The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the DOA Pure Championship. This match is sponsored by Heels for Hire and is officiated by Derrick. Introducing first.
Did she say what I thought she said?
I heard Heels for Hire. I don't know. I didn't sign off on that.
I mean, anyone can sponsor a matchup if they got the funds, but oh, I see.
Heels for Hire. He is representing the New Japan Ballet Dojo, Derrick.
I see what's going on here, boss man. Heels for Hire have sponsored this matchup, and it looks like they might have a new prospect as they are accompanying Derrick Shaw to the ring, the challenger here in this DOA Pure Championship matchup.
I mean, Caden Cassidy's a strong guy, but I mean, he's just trying to hire cronies, and now he's trying to paint. I mean, he's trying to have this match win in his favor. If he thinks he's doing this to piss me off, I don't care. That said, Derrick Shaw, very stoic, but an insanely talented competitor, and he's going to be a huge test here for our DOA Pure champion.
I agree with you. He's a very talented individual. Oh, come on.
Look at all the Sims who came out for Queen of Thorns. And I just want to tell you all something. You're still going to go home by yourselves, as usual. That's how it is. Anyway.
I think they like him.
That or they're
The
comparing
reason why we're here is this gentleman here ponied up the dough for Heels for Hire services.
Wait, Shaw ponied up the dough.
Is that right?
Better ways to spend money.
Okay. From Gillette, Wyoming, weighing 266 pounds, representing the Ballet Dojo.
This is why I vet my ring announcers, Cody.
All right. This man paid his money. He is the master of disaster, the Black Mamba, the Hoffsbauer, the landlord of the Suplex Duplex. He is Derrick Shaw.
I like the first introduction better.
I did too.
Introducing the champion from the Royal City. He is JAIDEN, the Unbelievable.
Jaden, the newest Pure champion, after having to defend it, or actually fight for it rather, against Big Ugly on our show last month. Another huge test here for Jaden against Derrick Shaw.
It was a very impressive matchup. Jaden thought he was going to be going up against Daniel Makabe. Plans changed. Instead, Jaden had to prove it against a DOA great Big Ugly, and he was able to do that. And he's now our current DOA Pure champion. At least for now. Oh, wait a minute. superhero landing. Terrible on the knees. But like I was saying, Jaiden has a big challenge ahead of him. And that challenge is now backed up by the heels for hire. As if Derrick Shaw wasn't dangerous enough.
I'm sure Eric Wright and Caden Cassidy will absolutely engage in no shenanigans and keep this a fair fight.
I mean, stranger things have happened, right?
If you believe that, I'll show you where to mail me some money, folks.
Hopefully referee Devin Campbell can keep them out of this matchup. Keep it pure, if you will. Wait a minute. Eric Wright getting on the apron there, trying to get into Jaiden's head before the bell even rings. And here we go. Our title match is underway. Our first break in the Queen of Thorns tournament.
I don't often say nice things about Eric Wright, but I will say that man has a lot of courage. Wearing a bathrobe in 95-degree heat. Oh, courageous.
Also courageous, playing the mind games early on. Eric Wright has given the opening to Derrick Shaw, who has just laid out Jaiden onto the floor.
Ooh, shots to the kidney.
Back to the head.
And Shaw's a very, very methodical, stoic competitor. He's not looking to devastate you with one or two blows. He's going to chip you down. He's going to enjoy it while doing so.
But he's got to remember he can only win this matchup, or win the championship rather, in the ring, as Jaiden takes Shaw down, hits the ropes, and Jaiden flies through the air, taking Derrick Shaw down.
And it's not like baseball, folks. If you catch a wrestler in those seats, you don't get to take him home.
Not with that attitude. Jaiden hammers away with a series of buzzsaw kicks. Shaw had nowhere to go. But Shaw proving he's still very much in this one, manhandling Jaiden back into the ring, looking for a huge boot. Jaiden has other plans, sweeps the leg. Jaiden brings him up just to kick him back down.
Jaiden has such a varied offense, a lot of aerial moves in his arsenal, and we might see him go aerial here as Shaw looking to throw him around.
Strength of Derrick Shaw as Jaiden up and out of the way. Takes the challenger down. Jaiden hits the ropes, up and over. Cross and a body. The challenger had absolutely nowhere to go. Jaiden looking for maybe a pinfall attempt. Yes. Oh, but barely a one count here.
And that looks like just absolutely smooth offense from Jaiden.
Jaiden gets shoved into the ropes, dodges the clothesline attempt, looking for a wheelbarrow, but oh, what a counter by Derrick Shaw.
And you see that head got caught just mere feet above the canvas, and Shaw slamming it down. Ooh. As the ref slams down 2, but not 3 as this match continues.
To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if that was over. That was an impressive counter by the challenger. Wrenching the neck. I think a target has been placed upon the Rose City Savior as Jaiden is now just getting wrenched in a way that nobody likes. Look at that. Reaching for the rope as Derrick Shaw is like simultaneously wrenching the neck and trying to pull the arm out of the socket. Jaiden knows he can't stay in the submission for very long. He's got to find a way out. Easier said than done.
To say, staying in that lock too long, you're going to be seeing a torn rotator cuff. You don't want to be out for months. And more kicks to the head, into the midsection there from Derrick Shaw. Again, incredibly methodical in his offense.
Jaiden now being taken against the ropes, sent into him. No, Jaiden stops in his place, tries to counter it, but Shaw able to take him over with a beautiful butterfly souffle. Is this going to be it? New champ? No. Derrick Shaw getting frustrated here. That was a very close call, but the challenger is going to have to keep his cool. Once again, easier said than done when it's 90-something degrees in this room.
And I know Heels for Hire would love to have a champion in their midst.
Not only that, they would love to take Jaiden out of the equation. Inmates of the asylum letting Derrick Shaw know how they feel as Jaiden returns the favor back to his feet as the champ hits the ropes just to get his head taken off with a huge lariat. 1, 2, no.
Jaiden got hit so hard, I think he circulated a whole bunch of cool air to our asylum here.
I felt it. Unfortunately, he felt it too. Surprised his mask is still on after that huge one.
Looks like we saw a little bit of coaching there from Caden Cassidy.
Sent into the ropes once again. Jaiden gets thrown up, caught mid-air into a bear hug as the challenger Derrick Shaw looking to squeeze the life out of the champion Jaiden.
There's no love in this hug, only spite as Shaw trying to just wear down and make Jaiden pass out here.
And it's actually a very, very wise strategy of Shaw here because the air is thick in here. It is hot in this room. It's already difficult to breathe. Imagine trying to do so with a man like Shaw wrapping his arms around you, but Jaiden living up to his name, fighting out of it with a series of huge elbows. This kid has superpowers, and Jaiden off the bottom rope there.
Springboard flying elbow.
Gets the boot up, trying to stop Derrick Shaw, but I don't think it's going to work. I was wrong, and I'm okay with it. Ooh, Jaiden going high. Derrick Shaw goes low to the mid-section as Jaiden catches himself on the middle rope. Will Shaw run into the trap? Wait a minute, he does, but Jaiden wasn't able to get those boots down. Usually Jaiden is quicker, but Shaw has Jaiden up, maybe thinking a running power slam here. Shades of the British Bulldog, but Jaiden, what a counter!
Wow.
Unbelievable!
The only person who saw that coming was Jaiden.
Derrick Shaw turning his head to the champ, runs into it as Jaiden hits a beautiful...
And I thought that was it. A beautiful counterattack there from Jaiden. Almost put Derrick Shaw away.
Wow. Jaiden taking the shirt off. It's business time. JB, Jaiden's heading up top. He's got to be thinking superhero splash, but Caden Cassidy and Eric Wright making their presence felt, but just
absolute tectonic shaking of the rope there.
But it was enough of a distraction for Shaw to toss Jaiden off the top rope and halfway across the ring in the process.
And it just goes to show Heels for Hire will do anything.
Shaw winds up. Jaiden quickly out of the way. Superhero punch from Jaiden and Shaw is down. Jaiden falls on his opponent. But Eric Wright once again making his presence felt. Draping the foot across the bottom rope, forcing the break of that pinfall.
These two are going to have words with me later. I always want clean and fair matches in this ring, and they are definitely not delivering clean nor fair.
Jaiden getting frustrated here with the constant interference of both Caden Cassidy and Eric Wright, but Jaiden knows what he's got to do. He's got to keep his cool. He's got to head up high. He's got to be thinking superhero splash. But he knows that Caden Cassidy and Eric Wright are right there, ready to inject themselves into this matchup at any chance. Jaiden adjusting on the fly.
Oh! Sometimes when you have problems, you got to deal with them yourself. And we saw Jaiden deal with 2 huge problems outside of the ring.
Takes Eric Wright and Cassidy out of the equation. Now Jaiden back to the strategy. Top rope superhero splash! 1, 2, what the?
A kick out at 1.
And not just a kick out. Derrick Shaw sat up holding Jaiden and now rolls through to his feet.
Unbelievable strength here by Derrick Shaw, and dropping Jaiden right on his head. That could be it.
What a Samoan driver. A greetings from Asbury Park if you're nasty, and the superhero may have just been slain right in front of our eyes. This could be it. We could have a new pure champion. But Shaw still feeling the effects of Jaiden. He's got to get the pin. Whoa, 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 Cassidy. Cassidy on the floor. He's up, so is Eric Wright, and now a very cocky pinfall attempt. And he is definitely regretting that one.
It's the right strategy there. Shaw can't win this on a double count out. The title will go right back to Jaiden. Make some sort of offense, even if it's in desperation.
Shaw, I think he should have hooked the leg there. I think he should have put all of his body weight into that pin. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Either way, this championship matchup continues. Jaiden, the DOA Pure Champion. Derrick Shaw, the challenger here, calling for the end. Oh no. He's got Jaiden up in the torture rack. This is all but textbook, and Jaiden lands on the superhero landing. What the?
Jaiden says not today.
And the look on Shaw's face tells a story and a half as he runs into a huge pump kick from the champ.
I think that may be the first time I've ever seen Derrick Shaw shocked in a DOA ring.
What the?
This is some unbelievable strength from the Rose City Savior.
Jaiden, no way! Rolls through with it! 1, 2, 3, yeah!
Winner of this match, and still the DOA Pure Champion, Jaiden the Unbelievable!
Tony, with that pin, you just saw Jaiden just lay down and hope. If anything were, if Shaw were to pop out of that, we'd be seeing a very different result here.
I mean, we both thought that Jaiden was going to go for the high-flying speed advantage. We saw him attempt the superhero splash a few times. I think he knew that the setup was too long, giving the advantage for the heels for hire to interject their presence. Instead, Jaiden turning the cards on all of us, using a huge power move to take out the bigger Derrick Shaw, and still your DOA Pure Champion, the unbelievable Jaiden.
Unbelievable absolutely describes this finish. A power, you never see the power game from Jaiden there. He put everything into that last move, and he remains your champion.
Can't stress enough, Jaiden had the numbers game working against him. There were many times in this matchup where it was 3-on-1. Persevering through the struggle. The Rose City Savior, the DOA Pure Champion, Jaiden. Showing some love to the fans. Caden Cassidy, not happy with the outcome of this matchup. The Heels for Hire sponsored this matchup. They were hoping for a different outcome.